Hi, I'm Sabrina Schirtzinger, OSU Extension Agricultural Natural Resource Extension Educator in Knox County. These are the top 10 tips for getting started in backyard poultry. Tip number 1 is know your city, township, or your zoning ordinance for owning chickens. Oftentimes there are some rules and sometimes there's not, but you need to know those ahead of time so you can be aware of what you do and don't do owning chickens in your area. Tip number 2, purchase chickens from a reputable place. So you can get them online from a hatchery. You can also get them from your local farm supply store or from a reliable breeder. Brooding is tip number 3, is the time period from the time the chick is a baby until the chick is old enough to not need light. And so this is roughly 6 weeks of age. You'll need to get them warm and keep them warm from the time you get them, so about 90 degrees to 95 degrees. And then you're going to decrease that heat weekly by 5 degrees. And then once those babies are old enough, you can then put them out into your coop and they will be okay. Water. Water should be clean and they should have clean, fresh water daily. Most of us know that. However, you should secure the water so that way it doesn't tip and that manure doesn't get into the water. Chickens like to ruffle their litter around and then it gets into their waterers. Tip number 5 is feed. Feeding your birds is based on the age of your birds. So when you get your birds, you're going to start with a starter feed. This is fed for approximately 5 weeks. And then you will move to a grower feed. This is fed until the birds reach maturity, so about 18 to 20 weeks, which is when they will start laying eggs. And then you will move to a layer feed, which you will feed them for the remainder of their lifespan. Do not feed when you get other chicks intermingled with your hens. Do not feed the grower feed to your hens that are already laying. Tip number 6 is housing. Housing should be predator free. It should be easy to clean for you to get in it and out of it. It should offer good ventilation and it should offer an area for the birds to nest and an area for the birds to roost. Tip number 7 is lighting. Birds require 14 to 16 hours of light daily in order to lay their eggs. You can offer light via natural lighting or created light. So using a 60-watt light bulb can help offer light for them. Tip number 8 is nesting and roosting areas. Offer 1 nesting box for every 4 to 5 hens that you have. And then when you make your roosting bars, make sure they're long enough that each bird has 8 to 10 inches to sit on. Tip number 9 is litter. You can use in your coop straw, you can use sawdust, shavings, or even sand as the litter into your coop. Sometimes you can use 2 or more of those in order to get the optimum absorption that you would prefer. Tip number 10 is manure. Make sure you have a manure management plan. Especially if you're living in a city, they might ask you, where are you going to get rid of your manure at? Are you going to compost it? Or are you just going to clean it up and get rid of it? These are the top 10 tips for getting started in backyard poultry. There are lots more things to learn and there's lots more resources. So be sure to contact your local extension educator if you have other questions about getting started.